Hey guys, this is System, and this is All the Mods Tend to the Sky. I myself am having a wonderful day. Hope you guys all are as well. Let's go ahead and jump forward, get back into this amazing pack, right? So in between episodes, went ahead and moved everything that we had up here in our initial area, up by the camper, down into the cave system. That's actually down this ladder here. Never went down there last video. May notice I'm finally getting some passive mobs too. So once I get out of this area, so out of this grass area, because this is the only grass that's actually on this island, they started spawning. We were just too close before. Add an elevator here so I can actually go up and down really easy just by hitting shift and space. That's from the elevator mod. You can set the direction here too, so I'm always facing this way when I come down here, which is nice. But outside of that, moved everything down here like I said. So I got all my stuff and things, kind of spread it out too. My obsidian, I guess I was working on some obsidian here. I need to put in some more cobblestone so it starts making some more. But also I have a storage tank here for lava, so that's pretty cool. Then I guess I moved the smelting there. Got my sifting over here. Then I have my crushing. Still doing the thing. And then over here I got all my cobblestone generators. Outside of that, I made myself a backpack. So I have backpack now. It's up to the diamond level. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to just hit B and open that up whenever I need to. And then I made a couple of these pocket storage units. And these are the tier 3 ones. So they do take some diamonds. Not too bad at all. But the reason I made these is for sifting. When I'm sifting, it drops all the items, but as long as they're inside the pocket storage, it actually puts them automatically into the slots inside the storage. So I have 2 of them, and each one of them has 32 slots at the tier 3, and they hold how much? 65,000 items. So it's pretty awesome. Just makes it so I can sit here and sift all day long and don't have to worry about picking up items or have my inventory filled up. So that really works out. One other thing I did was Blackstone, I guess. Go to Blackstone for a sec. Blackstone. And then I guess I want crushed, right? Crushed. I did sift this down as well. I think it was that. Crushed. Yeah, there we go. Right there. And go to diamond meshes. I upgraded all my meshes to diamond too because I did some more sifting. But I have ancient debris now. The way you actually get the blackstone, you get it well, initially from shift right clicking on the grass and getting your pebbles. But these pebbles, you actually get them from every time you do crushed netherrack. You get several, 1.2. And then when you do the blackstone itself, even, you get 2.4. So that's like almost half a blackstone every time you do a blackstone. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. So they kind of self-replenish is basically what I'm trying to say. Get tons of blackstone. We'll probably have to automate it at some point, but right now, not too much worry. And I already have a good amount of ancient debris here. I have 95. So the first thing I want to do today is do a setup here for lava. And that lava is going to be used to run this magmatic generator, which produces 1280 RF tick. This one actually is 8 of these base level ones, so this is the times 8. They take a good amount of redstone, but once we have enough redstone, we can actually get it up to a 64 times, which will produce 10,000 RF tick. This one here is 1280, so that's more than enough to kind of get us started. I do have a gold block generator here, so I went ahead and made one of those. Then I'm going to use that to produce more cobblestone to feed these, right? So let's do that. Something like that there. Guess it doesn't matter which way that faces either because we won't be able to see that. Then I have 7 of these super heating elements that we should be able to just run over here. Then I guess we could do the cabling here now real quick. So I made myself some of the item pipes and I have some fluid pipes as well. Then I have these upgrades, but I don't really think we need the upgrades. I just kind of grab them in case. I need the pipe wrench as well. So let's go ahead and grab that very quickly. Set the extract. I should be able to just bring that across and then bring that across here as well. Then get rid of you because you're not needed. That should handle that. That should be able to feed into all the crucibles very easily, right? So if I do this now, they should all start getting cobblestone. That's exactly what I want to see. Then on the top, we'll have, I guess, fluid pipes, and they'll just sit up here like this. Super simple. I'll have to set the extract on each one of these. Oops. Make sure I don't hit them twice. There you go. And that should handle that. At which point I should be able to grab this generator already, pop it up here. That should start filling up and producing power. And this has a 4 million FE buffer, RF buffer. So it's going to be pretty much a battery by itself. And just like that, we already have 1280 FE a tick. takes nothing. Like, these things are actually really good. This is actually one of the most powerful magmatic generators I've actually ever seen. And this one was just the one that was kind of told you to go to in the main quest line here as well. Singularity tanks. Nah. There you go. So I think the next thing I want to get to is probably going to be some wireless power. It's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, I think we'll just use Flux Networks, which point we might go ahead and automate our, I guess, initial setup for our sieves, right? So we'll get to the Flux sieves as well. So let's get into wireless power, right? So let's go ahead and grab some redstone, some obsidian, and we need a placement block. So that should be pretty much everything we need. The main component we need to produce right now for this mod, which is Flux Networks, is flux dust, right? So you have a couple different recipes you can use. You can do it this way later on, but for right now, what we do is use a 1 times compressed obsidian, so 9 blocks together, then a regular obsidian on top, then you left click the top obsidian after throwing redstone on it. So pretty easy to do, but it's kind of the main material we're going to need to kind of get us going here. So I need a little bit of it to be able to produce the stuff we need to make here. That should be good there. Let's go ahead and pop that down. Then we'll need a placement block, the obsidian, and then we should be able to just break this block here. There you go. Then go ahead and throw our redstone on, and then we should be able to just left click this block. There you go. And got ourselves 2 stacks of flux dust, just like that, like it's nothing. And then I'll just go ahead and actually make these things here. I think I got everything else. I need to go ahead and grab some Eyes of Ender. Just like that, I think I got everything we need. So I grabbed a flux controller, a couple of flux points just so we have them. These will be what send out the power. This will pull the power into the system, just like that. And the controller will kind of control everything, right? This thing can go anywhere. Maybe I'll throw it over here by our power setup, just so I keep track of it, right? And the settings on it. But anyway, we'll go ahead and pop this down. We need to create a new network. I'll just call it the default systemCollapse network. That's fine. We'll select that one. Then we want to go over to the wire setting. Always turn this on by default. Doesn't cost anything to turn it on. We have nothing to charge right now, but we want to make sure it's actually on. So just like that. And outside of that, I don't think there's any other settings we need to mess with right now. We could change the color of it. I'll leave it on the blue. Actually, I want red. Let's do that. There you go. That's good there. So that's good. So that'll be our initial kind of network setup there. And that'll be wireless charging. So once I have something that can be charged, if it's armor or onto my bar or whatever, it'll just automatically get filled up with power and I don't have to worry about it. Then outside of that, I guess what we need is a flux plug. We can pop that right onto the front of this. Then just set it to the network, right? So just like this. Then usually I like to turn on bypass limit. And that's everything. Chunk loading is always off in the config by default. Nothing to worry about. You can just change the transfer limit and the priority and stuff as well. Usually I just leave it on the base settings. So that's good there. But that will be our wireless power. But now we need some machines to actually need the power. So I guess the next thing I need to do is go ahead and look at those, what is it, the flux sieves? I don't think they were too hard to make, right? Bunch of iron and then some actual sieves themselves, some iron bars. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of those, maybe like 5. Then I need to make the upgrades too. Where are they? They go to X Dorm upgrade. Yeah, these ones here. So these ones you can put up to 3 in the machine. Depending on how many you put in the machine will determine how much power it uses and how many items they process. So if I put 3 of the gold ones, it'll do 8 per operation, which is what I'll probably go with initially. But later on we go up the other ones. But you notice the power jumps a lot, right? So on the gold one, to do 8 per operation will be, how much RF tick? 16, I guess 64 RF tick if I put 3 in. But if I go up one more step and double that, it goes all the way up to 512 RF tick. And then I think it gets, oh, they don't have the top ones in this one. They used to have netherite ones as well. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to make a bunch of the gold ones. I'll get that done. Also, I noticed that too. We're going to need a bunch of cyan terracotta. But this island, just because the island we're on, we have tons of it. This island, like in the walls everywhere. The cyan terracotta over the place. So don't even have to worry about making the base upgrades either. So super simple. Now, I think I have everything we need. So I have 5 meshes. I have 5 flux sieves. I have our power set up. We've got a point. Then I was setting up these drawers here. So I made some drawers. And I threw in some push upgrades. So this is the push upgrade. Pretty easy. But we can make it so it can automatically push to a touching inventory. And you can set the direction just by right-clicking on it while it's in there, right? So you just put the upgrade in to right-click. I wanted every one of them set that down, so they are ready to go. And we're going to set it up over here right by our sifting setup, right? Dug it out already and got everything ready. We'll have the energy pipes, I guess, on the back of it. So they'll be kind of back here like this. Put a point back here somewhere too, so somewhere like that. Go ahead and set the correct channel. And then we have to set the extract as well, so it can pull power. I forget how much power this pulls. 256. I might need one upgrade in this, because I forget how much this will do with this, but it should tell us either way. I'll change it to 8,192, so that should be pretty good and future-proof. Let's go ahead and throw down our fluxives. So we'll have 5 of those, and each one of those is going to need an actual mesh. So I just stole our meshes from our existing setup, something like that there. They're getting power, so that's a good sign. And then I want to test these out, right? So if I go ahead and grab these drawers and throw them on top like thus. I'm having 5 of these too because I want to be able to do different materials kind of simultaneously. So that's kind of the idea. I made the gold barrels too. So these are from functional storage. They hold a good amount of stuff and you can throw upgrades in them. I'm going to end up making some stack upgrades here pretty soon. I can't remember what they cost and if we can afford them, but I think we can. Could pop that down there. And that has tons of space in it. And these upgrade slots, which is amazing. And I don't remember if we have to set the output on the bottom or not, but I guess we'll find out. So if I put this in here, it should end up in there. It's got the check mark, so it's working. I have to make the upgrade still. That's not a big deal. And the output goes automatically to the bottom. If you don't want to do it this way, you want to set it up a different way, I think you use this hammer. And you just right click. I'll do that. That mess up this one though. Yes, I think so. Missing output. Yeah, see, I need to fix that. So yeah, if you want to change the side, that's the way you do that. Anyway, you have to use the hammer from X-Storm, I believe. So anyway, that's the thing. There you go. And then we're done. That's actually effectively it. Everything's good in the world. So I guess I need to make some of the upgrades, clean this up a bit, but I think outside of that, that'll pretty much handle that. Don't know if I've had fluorite yet. That might be a new one. Actually, I must have it. It must be in one of these. Just didn't notice it. Oh, we're getting draconic dust now as well. Something I noticed. So yeah, draconic is in the pack. So we'll end up with Powerball at some point. Anyway, upgrades. So now that we have that all done, let's go ahead and try it out, right? So let's go ahead and hammer that down. Got all kinds of dust here. Let's just go ahead and throw it in the drawer. Go. Maybe the next one as well, just so we get a bunch of dust going. I'll have to throw more upgrades in here, but that doesn't really matter too much. There's another 2,000. Go. Get that all in there. It's crazy how fast you can crush down stuff. Like the early automation, you really have no reason to do it. Look at that. That's insane. Oh wow. Yeah, we'll get tons of redstone real quick this way. I've still got a full inventory. How much did I actually do? I thought I only did like 21 times 3 blocks. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to need upgrades here really soon because I made way too much dust. But anyway, that's fine. Let's go ahead and pop these in here. There we go. And that should start the process of getting us everything sifted down automatically. Look at that. That's cool. There's some redstone. Redstone over there. There we go. That's awesome. Look at that. All the stuff and things. Yeah, I definitely need some upgrades in here, though. Oh, it's filling up these machines. These pushers are way faster than I remember, too. That's actually quite crazy. Yeah, they push the items really quick, actually. So I went ahead and got us some upgrades thrown there. Then one thing I noticed, too, when I was crushing the gravel, so I was crushing it down to the dust, it destroyed one of the lights here. So there's, like, lights hidden all over the world here. And this would have been the first spot where I would have had mob spawns. So, yeah. It's a thing. I guess when you put things down, like there's a little hidden light, you can tell right here as well. So it must have been when the map was created. But yeah, putting down the gravel and stuff destroyed it. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. In here, you'll notice that we already have almost 200. Yeah, almost 200. Almost 250. Holy moly. 250 redstone, which is awesome. because I needed about 600 in total to get that up to a times 64. So that's pretty fantastic. After it's done, you know what I mean. Once we have that much redstone, I'll put all the dust into a single drawer. You know what I mean. Then switch it to different materials. I'll have one on sand, one on redstone, one on endstone, and then maybe blackstone for the last one. For now, I think there's soul sand that we have to do at some point too. But for right now, I just want a ton of redstone, so we'll kind of let that go. Actually, I want this stuff too. The Certus and the Chart Certus quartz. That'd be really good as well. The upgrade I put in here too was just the copper one. This multiplies the block item storage by 8. So, yeah, that puts it up to 16,000 just with one of those upgrades. So, that is not too bad at all. While that's all processing, let's go ahead and work on A2. So, I went ahead and grabbed us a whole bunch of stuff here. One of the first things we're going to need actually are going to be some subscribers. We're going to make, how many of these we're going to make? Probably 5. We'll go with 5 of them. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get those all crafted up for us. Really easy. We'll have to power these too, but that isn't that big a deal. We'll just do it kind of all willy-nilly, and then we'll go ahead and actually make us some flux, get things going. It's not taking us very long to get into a inventory system in this pack at all. It's very simple. The sifting in this pack has just been a lot easier than I expected in most packs. Like, it's so easy to sift in this pack. Let's go ahead and do that there. Go ahead and set the extract, please. There you go. I don't even need that connection. Just go away. That should power up all the machines. See, they're all getting power, which is fantastic. The other main material we're going to need here is going to be flux. So to get flux, you go ahead and throw charred Certus, redstone, and nether quartz into water. And then it'll convert into 2 for each recipe. Charred Certus you get from sifting the sand. And really easy. You can also get it from using the charger from 82. So I can just make one of these as well if I wanted to and charge it up. But honestly, we don't need a ton of it right now. I'm going to be sifting massive amounts of that pretty soon anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. I already have a stack here anyway, so let's go ahead and do that there. And that should start converting up for us. That's going to give us 2 stacks, which should be more than enough for right now. There you go. And that's good there. Now, the last thing I'm going to do right now with you guys is go ahead and make our presses, I guess. Then I'm going to go ahead and make a whole bunch of processors and start crafting up everything that I have listed here. Just because you guys don't need to watch it. I just need new people to know how to get into the base of it. Anyway, let's go ahead and make the presses. So the presses are going to be made this way, right? They're made with the skystone, an iron plate, then the main component. So this one will be the Certus quartz for the calculation. This one will be logic. This will be engineering. Then you have one for the silicon. Silicon you can get from smelting down the Certus quartz dust. And you get tons of it. So just do it that way. It's way easier. And we already need ourselves a hammer here. Go ahead and grab one of them. Then I guess we could do that right here. Need some iron plates. I only need 4. Just grab 4 of them. Here you go. Fantastic. Oh, do not hammer this, because we don't need that spun. Go ahead and set up the recipe here. So this one will be that. Let's just do this. There you go. And there, and then it was a plate, right? A plate. That'll start making that one. Go ahead and spread these again. I'm not used to them being able to take multiple items per slot. Back in the day, it was just 1 item per slot. You didn't have to think about that. What did I do here? That one's it's engineering. That's the logic. We want the calculation. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Put a skystone in there. There you go. And then we need our silicon one, right? So that, and that. There you go. That should be our last one there. Grab the plate. Plate, it's not a plate at all, it's a press. Here you go, that's good. And then we'll just get them into the way I want them. So that'll be engineering, that'll be logic, just to keep my head straight. A calculation, and a silicon, there you go. So what we're going to be using these for is to make all these different processors, right? So first thing you need to do is make your printeds. So you're going to need a bunch of printed silicon, right? So printed silicon will be the one you use the most of. So I'm just going to throw a stack down there. The engineering, that's going to be the ones that take the diamond. Need some gold here. Probably do like a full stack of the gold. Won't need many diamond processors today, but I'll need quite a few of the Certus, I think. Not that many, actually. So I'm going to math it out just in my head, just so I don't do a whole bunch I don't need. I'll do 8 of these ones. Drop those off in there. Then I'm going to do a full stack of these, maybe even more of these. The drive I'm going to be going with is going to be this one, the 64K ME disk drive. This one is going to be able to hold 64,000 items, but I'm going to need a lot of processors to get here, I think. Storage drive, yeah, because every one of these takes a logic processors, and we need 27 to get to a 64 with the nested crafting. The calcs, I probably won't need many of those. How many of those do I want? Let's just do, you know what, like 12? That should be more enough. I'm going to have more than I need, I think, of that, but we'll just go with that. So that's good there. And once these printed are done, we'll start with the logics, I guess. Go ahead and grab them. You pop them in here. You can see the recipe here. It's just some of the printed. You would just grab the printed, pop it in there. And then you're going to have the last component, which is always going to be a redstone. And then you get your processors. And that's all you really need to know. One thing that's nice to make right away too is acceleration cards. Excel, right here. And you can put 3 of these in each machine, and it'll speed up this process massively, which is something I'll probably do. So I'm going to go ahead and work on crafting up everything we need. The only things we really need are the EBI controller. So we need that. That's going to be done with the skystone. We have to... the dust, apparently. We just smelt down dust. Then we have to smelt it a second time to get the skystone block. Then we're good there. We'll need a drive. 1 recipe of Flux cable. 1 recipe of fiber cable. And then that's pretty much it, except for the terminal. And the terminal's here somewhere. It'd be in here anyway. The terminal right there. So I'm going to go ahead and craft it all, and then, yeah, we'll go ahead and put this together. Now, I think I have just about everything I need. I had to go ahead and grab a couple netherite, so I went ahead and did that. Then the drive itself, just need to go ahead and grab the 64K. Then we need 1 amethyst, which is in one of these. There it is. Go ahead and grab you. Go ahead and grab the drive. And there we go, 64K ME disk drive. And that should be the last component that we needed there. Just make it a double check here. And all the stuff's in there. Go ahead and clear out my inventory real quick, because it's kind of a mess. You know, drop this stuff off. Oh, I need that on me. I'm not sure how many of these booster cards I'm going to need as well. What was the other component on that? The Certus. Make sure I have that. Don't want to overcraft them. Anyway, what we'll do is go ahead and grab all our parts and then kind of get it all set up. So we'll go ahead and grab ourselves the EBI controller. Probably just put it like right here for right now. There you go. We're going to steal that point because I don't have an extra one. I need to go ahead and make one. I don't want to this second. There you go. Plus we don't need those describers right this second. And that should get power and light up. That's what we want to see. Want to go ahead and grab the MB drive. Pop it over here. Throw in the disk so it's connected to the system. Cool thing about AE2 is whenever you look up a machine, it'll tell you whether the machine is online or not, so you know it's working generally. Go ahead and grab our Flux cable, grab our crafting terminal, pop it on there, and we should have a working system here. Terminal style. Why is it so short? Wait. Is it because of the GUI size I'm going with? Video settings, it probably is, right? Just changed. Why you change things on me? I'm gonna have to go with smaller, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Because I can't live without this. Either way, that is good there. And now we have a system where we can throw items in. Like I said, this could hold 64,000 items. You see there we have 25 items in there. And it's using 25 of 64,000, right? So we have a full-blown storage system now, which is awesome. We also have this wireless crafting terminal, so I crafted this up. You know, it's getting charged now because it's on my hotbar. You can also go to Curio slot. But, yeah, we do get that set up. So what we do here is, can you put that on the side of cable now? You can. That's nice. Okay. You put the Curio in here, I should say the wireless crafting terminal in here. That'll link it to the system. Then we need some boosting cards. I think it works by default, right? So it has, what, 8 range by default? 16 range, which isn't enough. It's just not good enough. So we're going to go ahead and grab some of these booster cards. Oh, let's do it in the right spot, though. I need the crushed Flux. I didn't show the crushed Flux either. All you basically do is grab an open machine and just do that. And it'll just crush it down. Maybe? Oh, I pulled the power off. If it had enough power, it would have done it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Oh, I grabbed acceleration cards for all these machines too. Anyway, what was I doing? I was doing booster cards. Let's go ahead and grab some boosters. Go. Start with 8. It ramps up. At least it used to ramp up with the power really quick. We'll kind of see how it works here. So that's not too bad. That's only 38 meters though, so I'm not happy with that. How many I got there? You know what? Let's just make them. Not worry about the waste and just figure out how many I want in there for right now. 57 meters. You notice that the power is going to start spiking the further you go up, so I don't want to go too much. What is it with this many? I mean, we got enough RF, right? Use the 87 RF tick. That'll give me 133 blocks away from this. And then I should be able to go pretty much anywhere on our base at all whatsoever. And not even think about it. So if I'm like way over here. There you go. We have access to it. So yeah, we got wireless crafting now, which is amazing. We probably got enough redstone too. Because I ate a sandwich while I was doing that. Took a little longer than I wanted. Yeah, we got tons of redstone now. So we may want to go ahead and upgrade our power. I'm going to start getting all our items into the system first. So I want to get everything that we have thus far. Not all this stuff, but I need to deal with these drawers too. I really need to make the upgrades before we finish today. So I got most of our items into the system here, which is awesome. So that's pretty cool. Notice I have 4 of the 8 times magmatic generators. So we got a ton of those here. Go ahead and grab this real quick. And then we should be able to go ahead and open it. Oh yeah, it's out of power. Go ahead and pop this in here. Do that. Get our magmatic generator. 64 times. Pop it up there. And there we go. We have 10,000 RF per tick capability. And this thing can hold 32 million RF. So it's a giant battery in itself. So it's 32 million. Well, not giant. It's a good sized battery itself. So that is good. And I did testing, like I said. Well, I don't think I said that. I tested in the in my creative world. I went to a creative world. I wanted to see how many crucibles it took to actually sustain this thing. It seems to be 7. 7 seems to be the right amount. So we should be okay. The only thing I did in my test world, I guess, was I put upgrades on the piping. But I don't think that matters, right? Yeah, I don't think it matters. So I don't think we have to worry about it. But we should be good. We should have 10,000 RF tick now. No problem at all whatsoever. Look how fast that's filling up too. That's crazy. I need food. I'm hungry. So we now have about 16k gravel in here. I'm just testing it out with the advanced compacting upgrade. Just making sure it's not crafting up anything I didn't want it to. I set it to compact anything to make sure it would actually do the ores and stuff, right? So it actually turned into the ores. If you have it compact to only, what is the other option that's on the by default? It's called the compact only uncraftable. It won't do those because you can't uncraft the ores, right? It's good for most things, right? So it'd be great for, say, like the kiwi or the lapis, etc. But yeah, it wouldn't work on the ores, so I have to have that setting on. I need to watch it though, because things like lapis have a recipe. I checked it here because it was in another pack. Whereas sometimes it turns it into this, the lapis bricks, and I guess that might only matter with the 2x2 one. This 3x3 one, so this one, the advanced one, it must default the 3x3 first, then fall back and do the 2x2. Because I know kiwi has a 2x2 recipe as well. So if I do this, and that's not uncraftable. So you can't uncraft that. So yeah, it seems to be defaulting to the right thing is basically what I'm trying to say. In a very long-winded way. So yeah, it's doing the thing. It'll definitely shore up a lot more open slots for us. As we get more diamonds, I'll be able to go ahead and get this up to a better barrel anyway. And then I guess once I have some more gold, I go ahead and get these stack upgrades to the gold level ones anyway. Which was one of my problems when I started doing this. I knew I wasn't going to have enough gold if I did our big giant generator, right? So I knew that thing was going to take tons of gold as well. So we're looking pretty good either way. So yeah, we have a good little system going here. We have a full-blown inventory system. I don't need to go look at it. We can look at it right here, right? We've got massive amounts of power, 10,000 RF tick. And we have a way to do all our sifting without having to stand here and do it. I do need to get some sand. I'm going to dust. I gotta fill these up, and then probably netherrack and whatever blackstone I currently have. So yeah, I'll just kind of get that going. Netherrack's gonna produce tons of blackstone for me anyway. I guess I could do something like that too. Maybe I'll do that in between videos myself. But I want to pull the, when I'm doing netherrack. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to do that. I need an auto crafter. I want to pull the pebbles out of the netherrack one and send them straight to the blackstone one. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. So as always, guys, like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.